Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com. Today I have this sweet little stamp set from Maker Forte. This is called Sorry I Was Moody, and look at these cute images and what'll I do without you with that little duck. And this little image right here is the bunny I'm going to use today. It's got a sentiment that comes with it. And I have a couple other cards I've made with this stamp set I'm going to share at the end as well. So a lot of cards to share, and this little sweet bunny, I'm going to make a card right now. And it's a very simple card. Anyone can do it if you like coloring. I'm just going to stamp it out first of all with some black ink. This is the Eclipse black ink. That's my favorite for Copic coloring. And I've got this floral stencil. This is the Floral Cross stencil, and I'm just going to be using the flowers part of it for the background on this little bunny image. I've chosen some of my very favorite rainbow colors of ink. From Maker Forte, I'm going to start with the grape ink, and then I'm going to go in with the blue raspberry. I have a piece of paper off to the side that I am inking off the top layer of ink first before I go into the stencil. That way I don't get any harsh lines or weird looks to that ink. The blue moon is the next color, and you can see I'm just avoiding that image, just kind of going around it and trying to just get the background of it, not ink up the bunny. This color here is Hyde Park, one of my favorite colors. It's kind of like a yellowy green, and that brings us so nice into this English mustard color, which is a kind of a darker yellow. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of that. And the last color will be Bubblegum, which is a nice spring pink, and I think it'll end on a really nice note here. So let me show you what this looks like so far. You can see that it is super cute with a rainbow of colors, but I wanted to add a few more where there's some spots. You can see some white spots still. So I'm going to go in. I'm not re-inking my brushes, but just adding a little bit of that color to a few of the flowers, filling in just a couple spots. I am going to be cutting this panel down in a little bit, so because I'm doing that, I'm not too worried about all the edges, but just going to add a few here and there. Again, I'm not re-inking my brush, just using what's left on the brush from the inks, and it worked out just perfectly. So there we go. I did end up adding one more there on the right side, and now it's time to color. I'm starting out with some of my favorite greens, just a couple of shades of green. I'm keeping the colors nice and light and springy. This color is the YG03 and the YG01. I'm just going to color up all the leaves first. Now you can use any coloring medium that you want. This would look so pretty with some watercolors, some colored pencils even, or some zig markers, whatever you want to use. I think this is just such a cute image and super easy to color. After I colored all those green leaves, I'm going to go in and color the banner, and I'm using some shades of blue, BG01 and then B00, to blend that through. And I'll bring in one other lighter color, the B000, I believe. And that is because I ended up getting a little bit of the blue ink on the banner. So I thought, well, I'm just going to embrace that and run with it and color it in blue. So that worked out really great. Now for the mushrooms, I'm going to color in purples. So I'm starting with the V01 and then going in with the V04. And I ended up adding some V04 to the little dotted flower there and to the flower on the right hand side, so that we've got kind of a mirror image of that purple going through this image. And now we have that little bunny to color. So starting with some RV02 and then blending that out with the RV quadruple zero. And then I'll go in with some R81 for his cheeks. For some reason, I really love that color for blush. And now I'll use some cool grays to color him through. I usually use warm grays when I color animals, but I had my cool grays out and I thought that it would look really great with this rainbow of colors. So I ended up just using the cool grays, coloring him up so simple with C0 and C1. And there is our image. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little bit of an outline of a cross on that background with all the colors. And so to distract from that, I'm going to add a few things. Oh, first I'm going to stamp that sentiment. It is perfectly shaped to go with this banner, and it says, "Stay optimistic." It's perfect for this time. Stay optimistic. And now I'm just cutting down that panel before I get it ready to add onto a card mat and then the card base. I ended up using some blue raspberry, and you can see I cut something out from the center of that mat. I'm using this pre-folded, pre-scored, or actually pre-cut, pre-scored cardstock for the card base. That's from Maker Forte, and it is a time saver. I love it so much. So once I get this card all put together, now is time for the distraction. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's kind of an outline of the cross still in those flowers from the stencil. So what do? Distract. And the best way I found to distract on a card is adding some gems. Maker Forte has a beautiful collection of gems. I'm starting with this lemon color, and I'm just going to pick some rainbow colors here. Going in now with the Vegas strip. That's a beautiful blue. We'll add some of this. This is the Coronation Purple, I believe, and that'll go up top. And you can see I'm trying to place them over those lines to distract, so you're not really going to notice that at all in the end. But I'm adding enough throughout the panel just so it evens it all out. I don't know. I don't think you can ever add too many gems to a card, but leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, if you like adding gems or if you think I have added way too many. The last color here is, I think this is the Rhubarb Ripple, which is one that I use quite often. And it's kind of a pinky color there. And I just added those very simply with my magic wand, which is a gem picker on one end and a poker tool on the other. And there is our card for today. Super sweet with that little bunny. Look how cute he is eating that lettuce. I love him. Here's another card I made with this set. I ended up popping that bunny up on some foam tape. So I've stamped it twice, cut one of them out and popped it up on top. I used the basket weave stencil in the background there. And then here's the duck where I used some of that beautiful marbled paper that's brand new at Maker Forte, and also the Easter background stencil. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very, very quick, but if you did, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out with YouTube. And don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. I'll be back real soon with more card making inspiration. See you then. Bye-bye.